Judging by a few of the comments, there's lots of people who are saying that I'm a Remoaner, and I refuse to believe the Brexit referendum and it's undemocratic. Well, I've got news for you. I'm perfectly accepted that the United Kingdom has left the EU. But what I say in retaliation to people who are still going on about Brexit is that it is a bit of a failed experiment, and we do need to have a better business contract with Europe to allow free movement of goods and people, and to try and get our economy back on track again. For those individuals who say I personally want Britain to move back into the EU. Yes, I don't have a problem with that, but it does depend on the deal. And so then it comes down to what are the barriers for the UK to join the EU. And those barriers, I think, are very, very big, and will probably mean the UK probably won't join the EU probably for another 20, maybe even 30 years. So, what are those barriers? Well, one is you need a majority to vote for the EU, but you need more than majority. Though we left with 52%, we have to join with about 65%. And the EU will also stipulate that they want a big majority in favour of rejoining. It's going to be a very hard push to get 65% to say yes. The second one is my own personal red line. I don't want to join the euro. It would be economic suicide for the UK because of the amount of debt the current government has put us in. And I'm not a great believer of the Schengen agreement either. But seeing as Ireland is not a member of that, I think that could quite easily be taken out of any agreement. But if the EU says we have to join the euro, then that's a red line even for me, which I'm not prepared to cross because it will consign the UK into recession for a good 20 or 30 years. Another barrier to entry, and I think this is the bigger one, is there are many, many countries in the EU now, and we've annoyed quite a few of them. And some of those countries in Eastern Europe are actually quite close to Russia. And Russia would look very favourable on these countries if they veto the UK's application for membership of the EU. Now, admittedly, 20 years is a very long time in politics, and there probably, maybe in 20 years' time, will be a change of political leadership in Russia, if indeed any of us are still here in 20 years' time. But I think those barriers in terms of membership being barred by another member country in the EU, joining the euro, and also the people of the United Kingdom getting a 65% yes, I think are the three main barriers to joining the EU again. And I think we're not going to be joining anytime soon, despite the fact that I'm quite very much a pro European. I'd be interested in your thoughts. Take care.